Hi, first grade. It is Miss Flowers here, and we're going to be talking about reading in this video. Now, I know you're like, Miss Flowers, this is not the classroom. What are you doing? You are correct. This is not the classroom. I'm actually doing this video from my house, but we will get to see our classroom soon, so look out for that. Now, the book we're going to be talking about today is David Goes to School. This is what it looks like. I really like this book. I think it's funny, and I think you will like it. We're going to be reading this book all this week, but before we can do that, we have to know the different parts of a book. So, books are important, and typically, before you start reading a book, you look at the different parts of the book because it's going to tell you the information that you need to know about the book. So let's say you go to a library and you want to pick out a book and you don't really know what it's about. Well, looking at the different parts of the book can help you figure out what that book is about and can even help you read the book better. We're going to be talking about that today. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is the book cover. The cover is this first page right on the top. And on the cover is the title of the book. So I have a name. I'm Miss Flowers. You have a name. Books also have a name. And the name of the book is what we call the title. And that title is typically going to be across the top. So the title of this book is David Goes to School. David Goes to School. That's the title. So if you are looking for a book, if your mom is looking for you, she may call your name like, hey, and call your name. Well, if you're looking for a book, you're going to want to give the name or the title of that book. It's going to tell you what it's about. The next thing we are going to be looking at is the author. Say that. That's a weird word. Author. So the author is the person who wrote the book. This is the person that put the words in the book. They are writing a message in their book from them to you. And usually you're going to find the author either at the bottom, but if we look, there's not really anything at the bottom. There's this, but that's not somebody's name. If we see right here, this is somebody's name. So the author is David Shannon. And you can usually tell who the author is because you'll see this word by, B-Y. So the title is David Goes to School, and the author is David Shannon. How do we know? Because it says it. It says by David Shannon. So now we've learned two things. Now it's important to know these things because this person spent a lot of time writing this book. So we want to make sure we know who wrote the book, but also knowing the title and sometimes knowing who wrote the book can let us know what the book is about. So I want you to think about it. We're going to read the title one more time. David Goes to School. What do you think this book could possibly be about? I want you to think about that. So another thing that helps me when I want to know what a book is about before I start reading it is looking at the pictures. So before we actually start reading this book, we're going to look through the pictures. We call that skimming. Skimming is when you look at something really quickly to see what information you can get. So we want to know what the book is about, but we're not reading the book yet. We're going to skim. We're going to do a picture walk and look at the pictures. So I'm going to open this book up and let you see what's on the inside before we read it. Now the second page is usually the title page. And you see it has the title, David Goes to School. and it has the author by David Shannon. Now, something this book does not have that most books have is an illustrator. That's a big word. Say that with me. Illustrator. An illustrator is the person who draws the pictures in the book. So the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures. The author is the person who writes the words. And then the title is typically on the cover page, and it's going to tell you what the book is about. So let's look at some of these pictures. I'm just going to let you take a look. Make sure you can see it, that it's in the video. I think whoever did these pictures, they're really good at drawing. One thing you will learn is that Miss Flowers is not very good at drawing, but I'm gonna get better. Ew. So we're just looking at some of these pictures. If you need to, you can pause the video if you want to look at a picture just a little longer. So looking at the pictures can help us tell what the book is about. Oh no, David made a mess on this page. You see that? And then this is the last page. So there you have it. We're going to be reading this week, David Goes to School. Remember, the title is on the cover page, and it tells you the name of the book. The author is who wrote the words in the book. The illustrator is who drew the pictures in the book. And those are the different parts of the book. That's very important. Now, in your packet, remember we sent a packet home. You got a lot of papers in that packet. I want you to find this one right here. This is your story map, and we will be using this all this week. Now, there's a word on this paper that I need you to know, and that word is name. The first thing you do is always the same. You pick up your pencil and you write your name. So you want to get credit for your work. You're doing a lot of learning. You're doing a lot of thinking. You want to make sure you put your name on your paper. I want you to try your best. Even if it's not perfect, that is okay. As long as you try, I'm happy. The second thing is the date. The date is what day it is. So you're watching this video and it's going to be August 17th, 2020. I'm going to write all of this for you. So where it says name, I'm going to write my name. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to get my pencil and write my name. So there's my name, Miss Flowers. And then I want to make sure I write the day because I want You want me to know that you did your work for today. And so I'm going to write what day it is. August 17th, and the year is 2020. Now, you don't have to put the year. I mean, it's nice if you put the year, but if you don't put the year, that's okay. Just make sure you have the month and what day it is. Now, I want you to do something. I'm going to show you another word. This word here is title. You see it? That word right there says title. Starts with a T. Now, remember we talked about the title on a book. The title. I want you to write the title of the book on that line that says title. So I'm going to show you the book one more time, and if you need to pause the video, you can do that just so you can write the title on your story map. So that is the title. I want you to take your time, write that on your story map. Remember, your story map is this paper here. You're going to write 3 things: your name, the date, and the title of the book. Now, we looked at the pictures, we read the title, we didn't have an illustrator. It didn't say who the illustrator is for the book, and we looked at who the author is. Now, you have all of this information, and if you need to, you can go back in the video and look at the pictures again. I want you to draw on the back of your story map. So this is the front. I want you to turn your paper around and draw on the back of your story map what you think the book is about. Now think about it. How do you know that? What part of the book that we went through told you or gave you an idea of what the book is about? I want you to draw what you think the book is going to be about right here. Now, in the book bag that you got that had your packet in it, you should also have crayons, pencils, an eraser. Now remember, Miss Flowers is not the best drawer, but I know you guys are awesome. So I want you to take the tools that you have, the crayons, and draw a nice colorful picture of what you think the book is about. Okay? All right, I look forward to seeing your work. I can't wait to meet you all and see what you wrote and what you drew. I know it's going to be amazing. So I'll see you later, first grade.